Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing quite a few things. First thing I'm going to do is show you guys how I do my peel off base coat, and we're just going to go ahead and get started. The reason I use a peel off base coat is to protect my natural nails from the removal process of polygel. It can only be filed off, unlike acrylic or hard gel, which can be soaked off, so it makes it really hard to remove all of it without damaging your natural nails. So by doing this peel off base coat method, I'm able to switch out my sets often because I save so much time removing them. To put it simply, the only thing that I use to protect my nails and peel them off is just gel polish. Any gel polish you want. But the trick is just making sure that the nails are very smooth and not prepped whatsoever. So gel polish needs a rough and a dry surface for it to last long, whereas I just leave my nails super smooth and a little bit shiny so that it peels right off. So here my nails are, they're looking pretty healthy. They're already pretty smooth because I haven't roughed up my nail surface in a while. So if they weren't this smooth, I would probably use a buffer sponge. But because they are, I can just go ahead and paint a layer of this gel polish on my nails. If I want them to pop off really quickly, sometimes I'll do a very thin coat of cuticle oil on my cuticles and a little bit on my nail plate. It makes them pop off even sooner because it needs a dry surface for it to last long. As you can see, my nails are already pretty shiny, so all I'm gonna do is just paint this on. Okay, so here's what they're looking like. I never try to get it perfect because it's gonna get covered up anyway, but this is why my nail beds kind of always look like they're different colors. I'm really glad that I got a chance to show you guys how I protect my nails because it's really been working for me. You might need it if you practice on yourself or you can't wear nails for a long period of time. Moving on to the rest of the video, I'm going to be doing a really pretty pastel French tip with 3D butterflies, and I'm also going to be retrying an $8 Amazon nail drill that I tried in a video a couple months ago. I got a lot of comments saying that I used it wrong, so I will be retrying it today. For the French tip nail bed color, I'm using the McCart 333 Nude Polygel, and I'm just placing a bead on the lower side of my nail. First thing I'm doing is going around the cuticle and pushing some product over to the side walls as well. Then I'm just going to start dragging that product up. I'm not going to be trying to make the French tip shape because I'm going to be using a deep French tip cutter tool from the Attitude Shop. You'll see it in just a second. And with this, I'm just going to stamp it right into the product and remove any excess and also clean it up with my polygel brush. And this saved me so much time. It made creating that smile line so effortless because there was truly no effort going into that. So I love that. And I'm doing the same thing for my middle finger and my pinky finger. One thing I did keep in mind while creating the nail bed is to make sure that there's still an apex area, making sure that where the stamp cutter is going into the polygel, that area is nice and thick, because that is a stress point of our nail, an area where it would easily break. So we want to make sure that it was nice and strong. So when I do remove all that excess product, there should still be some product raised from the surface. We don't want it fading down into the tip. So besides making sure that the cuticle was flush and that the product was from sidewall to sidewall, that was the only other thing I had to focus on myself. The stamp cutter did most of the work. Now at my ring finger, I'm just doing this nail fully covered in polygel because this is the nail that will have the 3D butterflies on it. So as you saw, I just applied a really long bead of product. I brought the bottom part of the bead to the cuticle and I pulled on the edge of the bead to bring it to the sidewall and then just smoothed out the nail. It was super easy. cleaning off that sticky layer so that it doesn't clog up our file. And right here, what you see me doing is cleaning up that shape, because all we're going to do is apply the tip color, and we're not going to be able to change anything about the shape of our smile line. So that's why you want to crispen up the shape in between the nail bed color and the tip color. This is also why you needed the edge of your bead to be raised from the surface so that the file has something to grip to. This next part is pretty easy. We're just going to be applying the color Polygel onto the open space, making sure it gets into the corners and creases and that there's no gaps between the color and the nude Polygel, and just fitting the rest of it to the tip. Here's what the yellow's looking like. I'm just gonna cure it and do the exact same thing for the blue finger and the pink finger. I'll be linking everything that I used down below, including the Polygel and the nail art stuff. Here's what it's looking like with the application process all finished. Again, I'm just cleaning up that sticky layer so it doesn't clog our file. Now we're going in with our hand file just to reshape the nails. And like I said earlier, I'm going to be using that $8 Amazon drill. So after I'm done reshaping, I will be switching over to real-time audio so you can watch what happened with the file. So I just unboxed the drill. It came with the hand piece, a charger cord that I have plugged up, some standard diamond dust drill bits, and the instructions, which I made sure to read through very thoroughly because, like I said earlier, I got quite a few comments saying that I used it wrong, and I just want to make sure that I give it a fair chance and know exactly how I'm supposed to use it. So I went through that already. It's time to go ahead and put in the bit. I'm using a medium ceramic safety drill bit. It said not to change the bit while it's plugged in, so I just unplugged it. You're supposed to press down on the shaft lock button right here and then twist this. Okay, place your bit in there, give it a little bit of a push and twist it to tighten it, and then let it go. The cord's not very long. It's plugged into the wall behind my desk and it's barely reaching, so we'll see. This switch right here is the on and off switch. When you rotate this, it clicks on and then it will automatically be set to 3,000 RPMs. This goes up to 20,000 RPMs. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so that's what we have. This is how loud it is. Turning it up a bit. Some more. Okay, so let's go ahead and file the nails. I don't think I'm going to be able to use my dust collector because the cord is so short. I don't think it'll fit over it, so I'm just going to get a napkin to file over. Okay, here we go. It's just so short. I wish I had an extension cord or something. This is the lowest speed it has. It's definitely already sturdier than when I used it before. Keep in mind, this is a completely different one. The other one was from AliExpress. This is from Amazon, which I trust a little bit better, but it still has the same concept of the drill and the way it's made. I'm going to turn the speed up just a little bit more and try to file this entire nail. Okay, this is what the nail's looking like. It definitely got the job done. It's very, very bumpy, so it makes me want to just go over it with a hand file. Maybe I'll try a mandrel and a sanding band before that. Not my favorite work that I've ever done with a drill, but my experience with it now is much better than my experience with it before, which was it making whistling sounds and completely stopping as I would press it on my nail. I wasn't able to press that hard, but this time it was much different. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to file up the rest and see what I can do about how bumpy it is. Okay, here's what we have. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out the bit onto a sanding band. Unplug it, click, twist, pull, tighten, and let go. Okay, so the nails are actually looking pretty good. The drill definitely worked better this time. Do I like it? I would still say like I'm still not the biggest fan, but for $10 it does its job. It definitely wasn't as sketchy as it was in that video where I tried it out the first time, but it's also still not the best drill. If I was looking into getting a drill, I would still like get maybe something that's a couple dollars more. I actually did a video on my channel where I tried out really inexpensive drills, and there were some pretty decent options that were just a couple more dollars, and I would prefer them over this. But for those who have commented on that video saying I used it wrong, you are absolutely right. I was using it wrong. I read the directions this time and it was much smoother. The worst part was just the angle I had to work at because of the short cord, which has nothing to do with how well it worked. So yeah, you guys were right. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these up and let you guys watch me finish them. I'm using the McCart rhinestone glue as well as the brush that comes with it. I'm applying a layer of this all over the entire ring finger because I'm going to be placing the 3D butterflies and rhinestones on it, and top coating it with the Mia Secret glass finish. Here are the butterflies I'm using, and I'm just using some rhinestones. You're just going to watch me use my wax pen to pick up the butterflies and the stones and place them on the nail. Now I'm just fixing it up, and this nail came out so pretty. I loved it, so I'm curing it so it doesn't move anymore. And now it's just time to top coat the rest of the nail. Super easy. Here's what they're looking like. I'm using my QCO cuticle oil, rubbing that in, bringing my little cuticles back to life, and this is how it turned out. I absolutely love the finished look. So cute. And before I end this video, I want to show you guys how easy it is to pop off nails from the gel polish base coat. It may have looked like I was pulling hard on it, but I really wasn't, and there was no damage done to my nails. That's all that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!